This is the Educational Tech class at Chestnut Hill College. It's fall 2021. I'm the instructor, Charles Grogan. This is my Chestnut Hill email address, and this is my Gmail email address. Now, part of this course is we're going to do a lot of applications coming from Gmail, so everyone is going to have to, if you don't already have one, sign up for a Gmail email account, because that gives us access to probably 70% or 80% of what we're going to use in this course comes from Google and Google Drive. The meeting times are Thursday evening, 6 to 9. I don't have the room yet. I'll post that as soon as I get it. From 9/2, September 2nd to October 21st. And what I'm going to do, since I'm going to try to use Google Meet, which is the video conferencing, I'm going to have 4 or 5 of the classes are going to be virtual. So we'll be in the classroom a few times, and then we're going to do things virtually because it's a little bit easier. I can control what's on my laptop virtually, and sometimes I can't get things installed on the school laptops, school computers, etc. So we'll go through this and talk about this. Now, these are just things that I put in. I did this class in Google Sites, which is the website creation tool provided by Google when you sign up for a Gmail email account. This is just, you can embed pictures on this site. This is text. These are videos that I put on. This is a video that's embedded in the page. If you click it, you create your Gmail account. This is my boring drone voice, but you can see that the video will play. It explains about the basic Gmail desktop. This is an image carousel that you can do in Google Sites. It's just a bunch of images put together, and you can create the duration as the images switch. I just wanted to give you sort of a quick, brief idea into that. Now, overall, this course is going to focus on the Google suite of tools: Gmail, Google Drive, Docs, Slide Sheets, Jamboards, Form, Meet, Google Sites, Google Classroom, and then these two sort of Loom Video Creator / Editor, where you can create videos, and then Smart Notebook, which is a tool that's not in the Google Drive, the Google Suite, I should say, but it's a fairly powerful tool. Now, this is a wild card because you're going to have to install these two on your home computer and use them. I don't think Loom will be that big of a deal, so I believe we do this in class number 4, so we'll do that. Now, essentially, you're going to have assignments for everything. You have to prove to me that you can use the software. Nothing super complicated, but I want you to spend the time. This is not a class where you're going to sit and listen to me and repeat everything I do. That's why I tried to post a lot of videos on the page. So if I can jump to page 1, class 1 tonight, there's videos embedded that came from YouTube that I want you to watch that will help you. There's also text and video together. Anything in red like this will always give you a text page for Introduction to Gmail, but there's videos embedded in that text. So these are all pretty good tools to help you learn very specific applications of one of the topics, and this one happens to be for just Gmail. And then here's some more videos. This is Google Drive, so I divided the class up into parts. And then this, you can always tell my videos that I made because they're very drone. Like, these are kind of cool. They have art on the front, this guy's face, and mine is just it's a picture of the Gmail desktop. So all the classes are going to work. Again, this would be one of mine, the version history. So I included a lot of informational stuff, text/video together. Videos that I thought were good that I sort of embedded on the page. And then if I can find one, I guess not. I'll show you on page 2. These are videos that I didn't sort of embed on the page to stand out, but they're there just so you have more information, more help than you'll probably ever use But, you know, I figure if you have more or less. Now, this one doesn't look like it, but this would be me. It's just talking about the overview of each class. And what I tried to do is on every class, because I'm doing this one, I put a video, come on, baby, of an overview of that night's class. It sort of takes you through very, very briefly what you're going to cover, so you can see what's coming and what's happening, just so you have a sense of what we're going to do that night. So let me go back to the original. So essentially, the bottom line is this: you're going to have to submit work, and I'm going to tell you in the assignments how you submit them. They're either going to be shared with me as links or shared files or even attachments. Again, I want you to get used to the difference between all three of these. Each assignment will have specific point values, which is noted right in the assignment. To receive full credit, each assignment must be submitted prior to the next class. We have class once a week. So I'm going to deduct points if it's late. So if you're having problems, there's an issue where at work you're, having to work overtime and you didn't get the work done, please let me know ahead of time. All specified requirements of the assignment must be met. None of these things are way complicated, but I have specific requirements because I want to see that you could use certain aspects of the tool. So please be careful, read the assignments. All text must be spell checked. Please don't submit stuff where there's errors. You can spell check in Google Docs very easily in any of the programs, and read your work. All the pictures must fit on the pages. Make sure that when you put a picture in anything and then you view it, always view what it'll look like on the web. It doesn't blow off the screen, or it's so small you can't read it. So make sure the visuals are in good shape. And then any links you have, if I ask you to link to something, the links work. Make sure when you view it, when you click the link, it actually takes you to the internet. So, it's not that big of a deal, but I do have specific things I want you to do. So if I just jump to this one, you'll see, if I scroll down, let me find it. Here's the assignment, tells you how many points, tells you what the assignment is. Then there's a Pennsylvania Department of Education assignment. This doesn't really ask you to do much other than download these two pieces of software, Loom and Smart Notebook, and then install them on your home computer. You get 10 points for each success. If you have any trouble, please let me know. I'm not assuming you'll have trouble with Loom, but some people can have trouble with Notebook. So just do this. It'll take you to the download page. Then it asks you what kind of computer you have. And all it wants is your name, blah, 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 that you're in education, your computer, and then you can download it. I'm sitting on a Mac here that it already knew that. And I'll explain about Notebook. But there's a full version and a trial version. You get access to the full version it keeps changing, but let's just say 25 days. And then it reverts to the non-full version. The non-full version is good enough, but we're going to use it in one spot where you'll be able to, I'll show you the full version and then what happens when you revert to the non-full version. Okay, so that's basically it in a nutshell. Each class, we're going to cover specific things. I'm still sort of focusing on certain things when we're going to do things video, but as I think these first two classes will definitely be in class, and then I think we're going to do video for a few of these. This one, class number 5, is on Google Sites. Now the problem, it always happens to me, they can't schedule me on Tuesdays, is I have parent night at my day job, so this would be an independent night. Where I'm going to ask you to do work on Google Sites, and I have very specific videos that will help you with that, and I'll talk about that as we get closer. And then here we're back at Google Classroom. We'll be back in school, so we'll have class 1, 2, and then this one, class 6, will be back in, and then depending, 3, 4 will be virtual, 5 will be an independent night. then there's a final project, which I'll explain. It's here. If you want to see it, you can read it. But essentially, I want to get you half decently comfortable with the tools that are used now in the real world, whether you're a teacher or a manager of a daycare or just a person who's trying to start a small business. So the Google suite of tools is pretty powerful. And then other than Loom, which is a video creation tool, which can be very helpful, and Smart Notebook, which again can be helpful. That's what we're going to cover in a nutshell in the EdTech class.